Hi there, and welcome to part two of a two-part series on archiving your information from the LMS and uploading it and importing it to a blank shell, or an existing course that you have. So if you remember last time in the previous video to this two-part series, we took a course that was existed that you have, and we downloaded the essentially the course to a zip file on our computer, and it's there for safekeeping. So what I'm going to show you now is how to import that zip file into a shell or into an existing course. So I've pulled up my little sandbox course here, and this is a BOH4M. It's just my little sandbox. I've been playing around with it, and you can see all the kind of neat little things that we're doing. Imported a Twitter feed, so on and so forth. But anyway, another lesson. I'm going to go over here to Resources, and I'm going to import the course. So I'm going to go Edit Course. I'm going to go to Import. So we would normally here, like I said in the previous video, we would go to copy components from another org unit. That's, like I said, we would grab the OU number from the course, we'd go to search offerings, and we'd type in the OU number, and it would import the components of that course. But what I'd like to do is we're going to import components from a file. So I'm going to choose a file, and we've downloaded it. So for my case, it's in my downloads directory. So it's going to go to my downloads. Let's see if I can find it here. Right there, downloads, export, and here it says D2L export. So I'm just going to take this one right here, and I'm going to open it, and there it is. I'm going to hit start. It's going to tell you to please wait. And it's basically going to make sure that the zip file is compatible, that it's the right zip file. One important thing to note is that you can rename your zip file as long as it's just the renaming. Leave it as a .zip, and the LMS should be able to pick up pick everything up. And you see it started right away, downloading the file, reading the package, continue, and it's going to ask where to import the contents of the file to. It's your call. You don't really have to put it in any specific directory. You can leave it blank. If you have any specific file directory that you'd like to put it into, you can do that. Feel free to experiment with that as you wish. So it says, when an existing file is encountered, do you overwrite the existing file? Do not overwrite the existing file. Just to avoid complications here, I'm just going to hit overwrite, and I'm going to hit import metadata. I like to select that because well, for the simple fact that I don't want any complications, any error messages popping up should they pop up, or want to pop up. And it's read that these are all the components of the course in the zip file. I'm going to hit select all because I want all of them. Know that if you want, you can just upload the rubrics, you can upload the quizzes, you can select which components to put in, but when you do so, some things are linked. For example, some calendar content, if you import your calendar items, you might have things there that are linked to the content. So if you don't include the content, those links are going to be broken. Same with the discussions, drop boxes, and so on and so forth. So I usually just say select all components, and I hit continue. It's going to ask you just to verify, hit continue, make sure that everything's right, and it's going to go through this list here, and it's going to import them all, nice and quick. And hit continue, and that's it. And you can view the content. But if you go over to, if I go over to my content over here, you're going to see the contents of my of the course that I imported, which was an Aboriginal Aboriginal course, part of it at least. So I've got Unit 1, absolutely true diver part-time Indian, and my 2 other units, all imported nicely. My rubrics are here, my calendar items are here, everything's imported. And I didn't have to use the OU code. Everything's nice and neat in a zip file down at on my computer, and I've got control over it. And it's put it on my USB key, share it with a colleague. That's something that you can do. Sky's the limit. So play around with that feature. Don't be afraid to experiment with your sandbox course, and happy teaching.